Okay, team. So I'm going to run you through the operations checklist of our Brookvale location. So this gym has over 500 members, turns over about $1.3 million every single year. So at this location, we've got 5 coaches. You're able to, adjust this for wherever you're at in business, but it's going to show you some key tasks that, need to be done consistently on an everyday basis, every week basis to make sure that your gym's constantly growing. So look, first of all, you'll see on every day, like, emailing and processing the forms. This is what our manager does. So, replying to suspensions, taking new payments, upgrade, downgrade of packages and things like that. We do a 28-day challenge. So we're contacting the 28-day challenge members. So we make sure that we're contacting them at least 9 times over the month just to make sure that they're having a great experience and to continue to sign them up on that 24-week program as well. We do the cancel email document. So there's a video on cancellations, but just making sure we're getting feedback on any cancellations that we do have. So then we're able to save them or make sure that their last couple of weeks with code 5 is really, really memorable. Contacting the negative balances. So you need to make sure you're always on top of your negative balances. So we do this quite regularly, giving people a call and a text message on top of the automation that we do have. So then our money is being collected consistently and people cannot train if they continually owe us money as well. Then the retention members. So, this is pretty regular throughout. So each of our coaches has 50 members that they contact that help them to achieve their goals, and then also that they're constantly moving forward. And this really, really helps with our retention rate. We just have documents for this as well. Activate gym lead trials. So we use gym leads. So, people will be in a consultation phase to a trial. This is essentially just making sure you have lists and documents of who's on a trial, who's signed up so that you can, track your stats. Now on the Tuesday, so look over the 90-day game plan and action 2 tasks. So every 90 days, our managers all meet up to plan out their gyms game plan for the next 90 days. So, that might be that, part of their 90-day game plans to, get 30 people to a seminar. So they're just planning that in their diaries throughout the week. Completing the KPI sheet. So on a Wednesday, we meet up as owners on a Thursday. So this is something you really need to do to scale out your business, but your managers must be filling out a KPI sheet, as well as all the trainers on this have weekly KPIs as well, which will be in the KPI section. If you ever want it, just reach out to us as well. But this KPI will be able to help you travel, see the world, not have to go into work every week. It's an absolute game changer. If you're not tracking KPIs, this in itself will make a massive difference to your business. Now in here, so again, it's still following the same. There's a bit of invoicing that we do because we work with NDIS as well, but that's just to send that invoice off. On the Friday, we set up the autoresponder for the weekend. So if someone emails us, we say we can't get back to them until Monday. And then everything else has already been done. So it's a lot of repetitive things that when done correctly over time will make a massive difference. So now we're going to the assistant managers and the coaches. So, this is one that's pretty much across the board on all of our checklists, but contacting the no-shows and group classes from the PM. And then we also do that of the AM as well. Then we get 3 weekly reviews on Facebook or Google to give that to one of our coaches, Bri. So increasing your reviews on Facebook and on Google makes it easier for clients to opt in and to have trust with your company. They do the weekly post. Okay, so on the weekly post, it'll say like any events that are coming up, clients that have done, really, really well. Week 1, they do the client of the month, events, short and long term, happy birthday and tag, and my zone top performers. Week 2, they do the session total. So we give away singlets for anyone that's hit 100, 200, 300, etc. sessions. Then we do the My Zone top performers and who's done the most sessions. Again, it's very much My Zone based, but the My Zone leader, they get a gift. The members who have done over 1,350 maps also get a tag in the following week. And then also the top contributors on Facebook and things like that as well. Now, Coming into, again, you'll see retention members across the board. You need to be contacting 15 people a day, each coach. They fill out the agenda and post it on the trainers page. So our agendas are always filled out before any meeting we have. So then that when we have our team meeting, which is on a Monday, that's all filled out. Everyone's ready to go with a really, really good action plan. And then also the assistant manager in this circumstance does the cancellation calls to try and save them. This is based on skills. So our assistant manager has worked very closely to be able to save these cancellations. Then we check in. Then we check in with the BTT coach. So this is our semi-private training. Just check if they have enough trials. So we need minimum 4 trials a week to continue to grow that business. So that's just a little bit of an accountability measure with that coach who's running that operation as well. Then here, so contacting the no-shows again, but getting the 2 top performers posts for Friday. So on Friday, we do a post of, between 6 and 12 people who've been the top performers. They might have hit a PB, they might have lost 5 kilos, they might have started to attend more sessions or improved in their, nutrition. It can be a very, very, different thing each week, but it's just to really make sure our clients are being celebrated for all the great things they do. They also do the meet your member post. So posting up on the wall about meeting your member just helps create that rapport in the gym. So we ask 3 basic questions about them. You can choose your own on this. And then we get a nice photo of them and just post it up. Those posts always do really, really well. We've got the KPIs as well. So the assistant manager also has KPIs. So everyone has their own personal ones. And then on the Friday, you'll see call 1 retention member of each staff member. So then what the assistant manager will be doing will be calling 4 retention members just to touch base and just to check how well they're doing their job, make sure the person's happy. We don't ever ask how well they're doing their job. We just ask, how's your results been over the last, month? Have you feel you've been supported enough? Is there anything I can help you with here today? It's just an accountability measure that we put across the board for the coaches. Now for the first coach. So this is here we are, coach 1's retention coach. So they reply to all feedback on Listen 360. So Listen 360 is just a report that we send out quite regularly that will tell people to give us a rating out of 10 on how likely they are to refer to Code 5. It's also good we pick up any negative feedback across the way and also contact everyone with the positive feedback as well. You'll see here contacting the AM sessions. We have a 10:30 marketing meeting. Okay, so every week the manager and another person will pop on that marketing meeting just to make sure that everyone is on top of what's happening with our marketing and we don't miss any KPIs. They'll also do the MyZone trial work. So everyone at Code 5, when they start, they get a 28-day trial to MyZone and then they can buy that at the end. So we just need to track, everyone's belt number, making sure they're using it, that they're enjoying it to, obviously help that sign up as well. Then they post the referral link every fortnight on the page saying, do you have any friends or family that would like to pop down? This is continually reminding people about referrals. Then they do a trainer tips video. So, they'll do a technical video, a nutrition video. They post this on the pages, on our groups, and also on our wall as well. Then they're cleaning the bathroom. So you'll see this start to be rotated now. So cleaning bathrooms in the PM. You just want to make sure your bathrooms are being cleaned in the AM and the PM. Contacting five members on MyZone. So MyZone has an app. So we'll just be saying, great workout. You did really well. Again, with the trial work, bit of contact stuff. You'll see here on the Wednesday, filling out their KPIs. So if this isn't done consistently, they get a formal warning and then fired. Because if your business isn't tracking KPIs and you're trying to travel or you want to own multiple locations, you just cannot ever tolerate people not filling out their KPIs on time. Then bathrooms and then everything else is all pretty much the same down here. So new text pump up. So your text members that have trained in the morning, this week who have come. So this is just another touch point for anyone they've come into contact with. They'll do the Friday top promoters prize. And then here in the first day per month, we do our flyer outreach and things like that. I will show you our exact marketing plan if you ever want it on exactly how we execute that. Then we're going to coach 1. Okay, so You know, the only difference in here, so you'll see contacting no-shows, but looking at replacing any broken equipment is really important. So they do a big run around of the gym, make sure everything's, you know, working. If it's not, then they will, you know, order new equipment or whatever we need for that. Contact 10 people to get a BTT trial. So you have to be active to upgrade people into higher memberships, whether it's PT, whether it's, you know, BTT. So we'll track who they've contacted. That's just to make sure that we get our 4 people every week. Also do another video. So we're really big on content. So to, you know, making sure we're putting out really good quality content quite regularly. So they'll do videos again. Test all equipment upstairs. So this is going at making sure that you cut all the cardio equipment's working by jumping on it for like 30 seconds, cleaning it as well. So we keep that equipment long term. On the Wednesday, they post an upgrade about, you know, BTT, or we also call it Lean and Strong on the page. To say like, hey, would you like a 2-week free trial in Lean and Strong? Please comment below. And this is able to make sure we hit those goals and that our, you know, premier program's constantly growing because we have an ascension model at Code 5. Then on the Friday, so Thursday, we've kind of covered everything. On the Friday, we do a BTT trial, which is just the admin of giving them credit for their trial so they can book in using the MyZone app. So, you know, anyone who said yes to doing a trial on the Friday, we give them the credit so then they can book in for the following week. And then here, so this is our full-time coach now. This is for a PT. So clean the bathrooms. They help with the daily huddle as well. So we do a daily huddle every morning just to say what went well, what didn't, anything you need help with today as a team. It takes about 15 minutes, and then we do a little bit of checklist work as well. Also printing off 3 photos for the board. Okay, so on our board, we have a transformation board of anyone who's lost over 5 kilos at Code 5. So then just being active and printing those off. It's just a little Polaroid picture and then putting them on the wall. It's absolutely amazing. When our consultations walk in, they get to see them, and it really, really wows them as well. Now you'll see here, so it's just a lot of lead contact. So with the Ascension model, so contacting any people who would like to do 3 free PT, which is our Ascension, and then we sell them on PT off the back of it. Contacting retention members as well. And then also down here, you'll see a little bit of lead calls and a little bit of retention calls. So the personal trainer role has a little bit of a different role because they're just looking after their personal training clients. Now, all these staff are full-time, okay, and they all have like different KPIs on how many classes they need to do per week. We do set rostering, which does make it a little bit easier. But look, off this video, I want you to have a think about your current operations checklist. And you might be in a position where you have 5 coaches, or you might have 15 coaches. But this is just the basic stuff that needs to be done every single day. It doesn't include extra stuff that does have to be done. But we know if this is getting done, the gym's going to be operating at a pretty good level, which will mean we'll be able to scale out, not have to be in the locations as much, and be able to have managers and assistant managers in place so that we can then scale to open more locations. Or for yourself, you need this just so you can go on a holiday and your business doesn't absolutely bomb when you're away.